room as we await the rivals of the fighters for the live weigh-in. Of course, I'll be covering that, but I decided to get a little work in because, like I said, to me, I woke up this Saturday morning feeling really great. I don't even seem like it's Saturday though. For some reason, I feel like it's like a Wednesday or something, but nevertheless, it is Saturday. So the weigh-in is today, and plus the fight is tomorrow. So um, make sure y'all go check out the interview I did with Joe Diaz. Really good interview. One thing about me, I let people say what they want to say, whether I agree with them or not. Now, it's somebody that I'm hoping that he shows up because I can't wait to see him. And y'all should already know who that is, but I'm enjoying this. Um, for those who wasn't very satisfied with what transpired last night, I think you'll be happy what's going to happen tomorrow. We expect, in a way, to take care of business, you know, against Cardenas um, for however long it lasts. In all likelihood, he's going to stop the dude, but it's going to be a interesting fight. Y'all know I'm going to have these interviews lined up and stuff, but for real, make sure you go check out the interview I just conducted with Joe Diaz, former trainer Tim Bradley. Real, you know, really informative interview, and he gave his honest assessment. But I think now, based on what happened yesterday, it's a setback. I talked to Bill about an hour ago. Me and Bill go meet because we got some other stuff down the pipeline that we gonna be working on, some real interesting stuff, and you know, I think you guys gonna enjoy it. But I think yesterday what I saw was basically I really saw people for who they are. Um, Questionable personalities, questionable integrity, and at the end of the day, doesn't matter whether the guy's in the wrong or the right. If they like them, they gonna ride with them regardless. But like I said before, I was cracking up. I was cracking up seeing Ryan Garcia crying in the, whatever that was. I think that was the paramedics are crying in the car because he got whooped on. I mean, he got thoroughly dominated by Rolly. So I enjoyed seeing Ryan get his karma, and I enjoyed his fake fans who now all of a sudden they going on all these social media websites saying, yeah, Ryan was on the juice and steroids make it different. Well, we told you that. Everybody talking about the amount that was in his system wouldn't have made a difference in the fight. First of all, he was cycling and he was flushing. He was flushing, trying to get the remainder of that stuff out of his system. It already had took effect or it was going to take effect as the fight went on. So can we please stop playing these games? And y'all are not, you know what I'm saying, for real. You guys are not nutritionists. All this research is made available via internet. I did my research. I did proper research. I always do proper research before I put anything out. Now I got to talk about this is real talk. So it is official that Manny Pacquiao, I think what after a 4 year layoff, when did Manny Pacquiao fight? 2021, will be making his return to the ring. It appears that Manny Pacquiao is going to get a title fight against Mario Barrios. Um, and I gotta say this: I respect Manny Pacquiao. I'm a Manny Pacquiao fan, but no way does Manny Pacquiao should be able to come out of the gate and get him a title shot. And this is the many problems why I say a lot of people are complaining about boxing and why people are just ready to just do away with boxing because it's just too many politics. No, I'm not a fighter. So let me block you since you're trying to be funny. I mean, so you got your little 5 seconds of attention. So, there you have it, blocked. I mean, I could do this all day. It's easy to just block you, but keep Go ahead and say something stupid. It's zero tolerance. So, but that being said, I was just trying to figure out how does Manny Pacquiao get a title shot. At the end of the day, I could see Barrios trying to unify with Brian Norman Jr. or somebody like that, or Booth. But Manny Pacquiao, man, that's what I'm talking about. This is one of the reasons why people have an issue with boxing. Manny Pacquiao is a legend in the game, all that. I understand that, but no way you should be getting a title shot. And I know because your name, has a lot of weight to it, and it carries a lot of weight. But at the end of the day, you owe weight. You're not relevant, and that's the problem. And I don't think that's fair to anybody else. But I don't make the rules. So if Manny Pacquiao wins the fight, so what? Manny Pacquiao is what, 46, 47? I think Manny Pacquiao be 47. I think Manny Pacquiao be 47 in December. But yeah, that's crazy work. And unfair work at that. I expect most of these fighters to show up tomorrow. I'm pretty sure Keyshawn and them will be here tomorrow. You know, some of them are going to show up at the weigh-in. I'm definitely going to get their opinion of the fight. But if you would have told me Rolly was going to dominate Ryan Garcia the way he did, I would have been in shock. I thought Rolly had a puncher's chance. I thought Rolly could. And the funny thing was, I was going with Rolly kind of, my heart of hearts, and shout out to Jamil. you know, Philly, he predicted that Ryan Garcia was going to lose this fight. And Floyd said many moons ago that he believed Rolly could beat Ryan Garcia. So the question is now, are people going to just come to grips and keep it 100 about Ryan Garcia? That Ryan Garcia is not the same fighter without that juice. He can't get loose without the juice. And I'm always I'm always here. I'm always here. Yeah, I'm in the media room. They got maybe about an hour and a half or something before they start everything, start getting all the fighters on the card, prepared and everything. Um, they already done weighed these fighters. These fighters got, weighed, you know, got weighed in the morning and stuff, early in the morning. So this is just a ceremonious weigh in and stuff. So I don't think there's gonna be any. I don't think there's gonna be any surprises. I don't. But at least we know now for sure that Ryan Garcia ain't the same fighter without that juice. Um, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think Ryan can be damaged too. See, the thing is, Ryan got to take all that heat too. Now Ryan gonna have his protectors and stuff. He gonna have people like Ellie protect him, but you can't get past the fact that he looked totally different since he had to take clean drug tested for this fight. Yeah, 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 and he won't be fighting on the Tuesday and stuff. So yeah, the people are starting to make their way. Let me see. People starting to make their way here. Definitely gonna try to see can I get an interview with Bob Arum. But yeah. Hey Jane Doe, what's up? What kind of question? What kind of questions was Well, listen, Carissa Shields always been on her. She been on her shit. She been one of the really true people that's like been on it. She actually been on code. But Ryan, he definitely ain't the same without that juice. Now, see, now they're only like come back from Ryan Garcia getting totally exposed. Oh, the fight with Devin was boring. Well, you know, it is what it is. I mean, ain't nobody worried about it. So, I mean, oh, there go No Nito. What's up, No Nito? What's up, man? So, No Nito Daenerys in the building. So, you know, but yeah, like I said before, they coming in and stuff. So, you know. Yeah, Ryan Garcia at the end of the day, it's gonna be interesting when he comes out in public because he ain't gonna be able to run from this because I hope I get to see Ryan Garcia. I'm looking forward to seeing Ryan Garcia. I really am. Oh, yeah, the hallways. I'm not gonna lie. This is one of my favorite venues. This is one of my favorite venues to like cover a fight. This is one of my favorite venues. This place, Arizona, but this is my favorite place because one, you can get a lot of footage. Now the actual fight is at the T-Mobile Arena, so I'm gonna have to go across the street to, you know, go watch the actual fight, but. And this the entrance into the MGM Grand Garden Arena. I wish they would have more fights here. I really don't like T-Mobile, but you know. Oh, I see they got the guard dogs looking for that work. There ain't no work in here. So, you know. But yeah. Me myself, my own personal opinion, I feel Devin should take a tune-up fight or two. And I think Devin should fight at home. Like I said, me and Bill supposed to be having a meeting. We gonna talk later on or maybe tomorrow. And if Bill asks my opinion, I'ma just say Devin should take a tune-up fight. He should fight home. He should come fight in the Bay so he can get, you know, so he can get accustomed to, you know, fighting basically on a regular basis or fighting on a regular fight basis because he was out of the ring for a year. Actually a year and a month. So, you know. So oh yeah, go ahead, man. Do your thing. Yeah, he got the dogs here. I guess he looking for some work, but I don't think it's gonna be no work here. But so, but anything could happen. That's yeah. Me myself though, as far as Ryan, I don't know what he should do. But I said years ago that I thought Ryan Garcia was the second coming of American. And it's so funny. Him and his dad was talking about Devin's chin. Oh, Devin ain't got no chin and all this kind of stuff. But Ryan the one has never had no chin. Ryan has been floored several times. He's been floored several times. You know, he got floored by Rolly. He got floored by Rolly. Of course, he got floored by Tank. And then, you know, Luke Campbell, Uncle Luke. Don't stop, get it, get it. Well, as far as T-Mobile go, reason why I don't care for T-Mobile is just like the way the venue is built is all packed in and stuff. So, you know, just all packed in. So, it just looks it's just not a good venue. You know, one of the worst I ever seen. So, you know, it's just like it's a very like it's built like I said like a toilet bowl. That's why I used to call the T-Mobile Arena the toilet bowl arena because it's built like a toilet bowl. It's high and then it's deep. So like if you're not sitting on the if you don't have seats like the lower bowl, then when you start to make your way upstairs, it's just like a compact. It's just like a compact arena. I just don't like it. I know it's barely like what 9 years old or something. It's about 9 years old. Yeah, it's just I just don't like it. I know it's by today's standards is a newer arena, state of the art arena, but man, it's just the way it was built. That's why if they want to bring basketball to Las Vegas, that's why they saying they're going to bring a totally new arena to Las Vegas for basketball. They're not even gonna use the T-Mobile Arena. I guess it would be the temporary arena, but for basketball, they want to build a whole new basketball arena. I guess on over there um, at the opposite end of the strip over there by where what is that street? Sierra. Yeah, they want to build it over there. Nah, Jane ain't no arena worse than the T-Mobile Arena. I've never. That's one of the worst venues I ever went to. Is like I said, it's a horrible venue. It's a horrible venue, but people like to use it because it is relatively new. But I would prefer the MGM Grand because there's no bad seat at the MGM Grand. Just like at the Oracle, the old arena where the Warriors used to play at, it was no um, it was no bad seat. Yeah, that's where they want to build the new basketball arena. Yeah, I heard. Well, I think it's almost inevitable. I mean, I think it's like factual almost. I mean, they are bringing basketball to Las Vegas. That's pretty much inevitable. So that's gonna happen. Oh yeah, I'm always out here. Vegas is like my second home. Everybody knows me here. Most of the media people know me here and stuff. So I'm just here to see a particular person. The, the garden is okay. The garden is okay. See, the thing is with the garden, Jane, though, when you come in the garden, instead of you going down, you go up. So it's built the opposite where you go. So like you go up. Like when you walk in, you go up instead of down. So that's the reason why the garden. Maybe some people don't like the garden. It's built really funny. Like where you go to the arena, where you go to the Coliseum, you start the lower bowls is actually the lower bowls. You have to go down. Where Madison Square Garden, you're going up. Yeah, I've been to Phoenix. I did a couple of fights in Phoenix. I didn't. Phoenix is nice. Yeah, I've been to Phoenix. I was just in Phoenix in December. I was at the Footprint Arena, and I was at the arena, the old I think that was the Sun Devil Arena over there in Glendale. I was at That's a nice venue. That whole area is nice. I haven't seen Ellie. I'm pretty sure Ellie will show up tomorrow. I'm a I'm gonna pull up on Ellie if I see him. I'm definitely gonna pull up because I gotta ask him some questions. He's sitting up here basically trying to take away, basically the blame of how bad Ryan Garcia looked by, oh, Devin is boring and all that kind of stuff. Ellie, at the end of the day, you basically aligned yourself with a cheater and a racist, and it got to be addressed. Ellie was punching the air, but nevertheless, anyway, I'll be back with more, you guys. Let me see, can I get some interviews? Appreciate y'all.